Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be putting a frame around a chalkboard. So let's get started. First thing we do is we're going to measure the chalkboard. It's 3 feet by 4 feet, and we're going to make sure that we get the frame built in right. We're going to zoom in here pretty close on the screw holes. I basically screwed this chalkboard right into the wall, so we're going to build a frame around it to hide those screws. And we also want to make it to where it's flush up against the sheetrock as well. So we're going to need to put a rabbet in there. We're going to use a butt joint to join the frame together. So let's get started. First of all, we've got to measure the length of the top. And like we said, it's 4 feet long, but we also have to account for the width of the side frame as well, because we want to overhang the top and put the side inside of it. So we want to make sure that we add a few, it's a 1x4, so we want to add the 3.5 inches to that on each side. So then here we're going to cut it once and then use that length to measure to make the other cut. Now we're going to start the measurements, or mark the measurements down for the side of the frame. If you'll notice here, I incorrectly mark that measurement longer than 3 feet, which isn't going to work if it's on the inside. So as you can see here, I correct and subtract the top width to make that work right. Otherwise it wouldn't fit inside, and that would have looked pretty bad when I took it in. Tried to nail everything to the wall and it wouldn't fit. The next step is to measure for the rabbet so that everything looks flush and up against the wall. I don't have a table saw, so I asked my friends at the New Doodle workshop to cut the rabbet for me, and they were happy to do that. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Hi, Christopher. So there you can see the rabbet, and you can kind of see how it doesn't go all the way to the end on the top and the bottom, but it does go all the way to the end on the sides, and that's just so we have a clean looking frame to where you can't see behind it. The next step is going to be to sand everything down real smooth, and then we're going to stain everything. Use the dark walnut stain from Minwax. I'll put a link in the description if anyone wants to use that. Now we're mounting it onto the wall, onto the chalkboard. So here I'm making sure everything is nailed into the studs. And everything that is level. Now as you can see here, this is quite a bit of work to do this way. In hindsight, it probably would have been better to use pocket screws and to screw the frame together before mounting it to the wall. But I didn't realize that until it was too late, and so I went about all of this hard work. But yeah, definitely, if you're doing this and you have a Craig jig or something like that where you can put pocket screws, I would screw the frame together and then hang it onto the chalkboard or attach it to the wall. That would have made it a little bit quicker, but of course you can still do it this way. This works just fine. So we are pretty much done here. As you can see, it's flush against the chalkboard, and it's also flush against the sheetrock, which is exactly the look that I was going for. And then here is a picture of the final product. And that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching, everyone.